Haslam is a committee member of the Serpentine Recreation Committee of Management.
Yes.
Is that right?
It's the Serpentine Recreation Reserve Committee.
Right, it's a bit of a mouthful. Now, you've got a glass of champagne in your hand. What are we celebrating?
We're celebrating that we finally had an announcement by Minister Peter Walsh of gaining the final $500,000 funding for our hall committee so that we can go ahead with our refurbishment of the hall.
That's a fantastic result for the Serpentine community. You must be over the moon.
Ecstatic. I don't think over the moon covers it. It's an achievement that we have been long fighting for and long hoping for, and it, I guess, culminates funding from the local Loddon Council, the Inglewood Community Bank, and lots of many other funding sources, including other government grants, that allows us to put together, I guess, our hall, which is going to be over $1 million of funding, to extend and expand on our facilities here.
Well, I grew up in a small country town to the east of here, and I know how important these community facilities are. So great work on your behalf and from the committee, and we look forward to the construction starting.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for coming along, Greg.
Pleasure. Enjoy the champers.
We will. Thank you.
Peter Walsh and Mayor of the Loddon Shire, Gavin Holt, here at Serpentine for this fantastic announcement today. Minister, $500,000 towards this community facility. It's a great boost for this town.
So that's $500,000, Greg, into a $780,000 project to upgrade and extend the hall, and that's in addition to the bit over $400,000 that was announced earlier in the year to actually put in new set of change rooms as well. So fantastic facility, sets Serpentine up for the future. Across the road we've got the new netball courts. Council's looking at doing some streetscaping and roadworks. This will be an absolutely magnificent reserve in the future.
And Mayor Gavin Holt, you were pretty excited for the announcement today, and I know you've been chewing on a few of the scones that we've had this morning and sipping a bit of champagne. It's a great celebration.
It is, Greg, and Minister Walsh has captured all there needs to be said about it. We now have this facility here. When the works that are done as a result of this announcement, when the works are completed as a result of this announcement and the previous announcement concerning the sporting change rooms, and our plans to fix some of the streetscaping and drainage works as part of the whole project, we then believe that we will have this community set up for many years to come in terms of this key hub, which it is the key hub of their town.
Look, Serpentine now sits in the state seat of Bendigo East, for which I'm the candidate for, and Loddon Shire is, as Minister was pointing out, there's not one particular major population centre. It's spread out, and some of those country shires, you know, there are difficulties with having a lot of smaller communities, and you've got a lot of facilities to try and maintain.
That's our challenge, Greg, and we think we do it pretty well with government help. For a shire of 8,000 people, we do have 9 football netball clubs, all requiring 2 netball courts, change rooms, football grounds, in some cases hockey facilities. It's a challenge for us, but in an orderly way. We've worked with our communities and we've worked across each of these football netball clubs to gradually upgrade their facilities, and we've got over the hump. We're over halfway. We've still got some work to do at Bort and some work to do at Wedderburn, and then we believe that we'll have our sporting facilities in a state that they will not need a lot of capital expenditure for many years to come.
Well, that's the plan. Build it once, build it right, and then it's right for decades to come. Minister Walsh, great to have you in Serpentine today for this great announcement, and it's a busy time of the year, and hopefully see you again in the next couple of weeks.
And Greg, can I wish you well for the election? It would give me great pleasure to welcome you to the Victorian Parliament and work with you in the future as the member for Bendigo East. I think you've got these communities here that were in the seat of Swan Hill are fantastic communities, and I know you will look after them well if you're the local member.
Yeah, it's been a great pleasure to be in Serp today. Thanks for joining us.